Hi, it's been a very long time since I've made one of these video updates, so this one's well overdue, but there's an interesting new development I wanted to show you today, which is the NeoGeo core from MiST. This has finally been ported to the MiST board, something that previously wasn't thought possible. Turns out it was, and from there I've been able to get it working on the Turbo Chameleon 64 using my Demystify framework. The ROMs for this core are really large, and not all of them will fit within the 32 meg on the Turbo Chameleon 64. There is a newer version of the MiST board which now has 64 meg of RAM, but obviously existing boards mostly have the 32 meg, the same as the TC64. And because the ROMs are so large, they do take quite a while to load, but despite the limitations, there's actually quite a large proportion of the NeoGeo catalogue does work on the 32 meg platforms. So yeah, I've spent the last few days making some tweaks to the SD-RAM controller, fixing a couple of bugs, improving disk access or SD card access performance on the with the Demystify framework, and also changing how input handling works, because this core needs more fire buttons than any of the cores I've ported previously. And since this core can run in either arcade or console mode, it also needs support for coin buttons, which I have implemented a couple of times before for arcade cores, but I've done it in a more general way now, so it'll make things easier in future. So I can now put coins into the emulated machine using the 5 key on either PS2 or C64 keyboard, or the 5 button on the CD-TV remote controller. 5 because obviously that's the main standard key mapping. So if I do that now, you get to watch me play a video game very badly, which does seem to happen a lot in my videos. Definitely a classic game, this one, and there's an awful lot happening on screen. A lot more than I actually thought I'd ever see running on the TC64, to be honest. and that's enough of me playing that game badly. I'm definitely not destined to be a Twitch streamer. But let's load another one while we're at it. So yeah, as I say, the ROMs for this core are pretty large, and unfortunately it's a bit of a scavenger quest collecting together all the files needed, and you have to do a little bit of processing on the files to put them in a form the core can handle. There's the same for the MiST core and MiST core. It's not specific to the TC64, but it's a bit of a side quest. But then I guess anyone who plays with MAME ROMs is used to that anyway. But yeah, it works surprisingly well. It's a very interesting core, and like I say, it's something I never thought I'd see running on the TC64. So hopefully in the next few days I can do a release of that. So all that remains now is for me to say thank you very much indeed for all your support, and I'll have something else to show you soon. Bye for now.